Chuckload of Comics is brought to you by Cold War Games, creators of Squarriors, Fight Your Friends, and Lady Death Last Stand. For more information, visit coldwar.us.
Let us know what you're excited to read this week at New Comic Book Day. So, without further ado, guys, we got a lot of nerd news we're going to get into.
No kidding.
So let's go ahead and jump right into it head first. This is this week's nerd news. All right, guys, so our first big nerd news story of the week, Gemini Man.
Gemini Man.
The Will Smith, pretty spectacular-looking old Will Smith, young Will Smith movie has premiered to critics. We are going to go ahead and read the Twitter reviews, what people are saying, and let me just say, they love it.
That's so cool.
They are absolutely in love with this film, guys. These are completely spoiler-free, so don't freak out. They're just kind of giving you the general vibe of what the critics are saying about Gemini Man. The first review comes from Eric Davis. Eric Davis wrote, "Just saw Ang Lee's Gemini Man and it's legit. Old Will Smith versus young Will Smith equals a visually visceral experience that's absolutely wild to watch at times. Again, Ang Lee delivers bold, unique action that's on par with the best. See it in 3D for sure."
Wow.
I don't watch movies in 3D.
I know, I don't either.
But
yeah, that's going to be tough.
As we read the rest of these, a lot of these critics say that 3Ds, even if you don't like 3D, go see it in 3D.
Still see it, yeah.
We'll break that down in just a second. So this next Twitter review comes from Max Every, who wrote, "Ang Lee's Gemini Man is a huge breakthrough for 120 frames per second presentation. Action sequences are breathtaking in format. Will Smith's winning performance shows the level of scrutiny a real movie star can stand up to. If you don't see it in theaters, you're missing a true experience." Worth noting.
Wow.
120 frames per second. This movie is going to look hyper HD on the screen.
That's crazy. I'm just curious as to what that's even going to look like because we haven't seen a movie like this before, right?
I've never seen 120 frames per second film. Obviously, they usually shoot films in 24 frames per second. That gives them that cinematic look. This is going to be hyper fast.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to be able to reach through the screen and touch your choice of Will Smiths.
That might be too much for me to have that and 3D, or is it one or the other?
Well, let's read the next Twitter reaction.
Okay.
The next one comes from Ann Cohen, who writes, "Just saw Gemini Man and it is wild. The young version of Will Smith is incredible, plus some truly beautiful action sequences and a really great performance by Mary Elizabeth Winstead. The only 3D movie I will ever endorse." That's interesting. So Anne definitely doesn't like 3D, just like us, but she says, "This is the only 3D movie I will endorse." I think it has a lot to do with that 120 frames per second.
Okay.
That is going to make the 3D experience a little less blurry,
all right,
a little more crisp. I'm kind of leaning to maybe seeing this in 3D.
Oh my gosh, this might be the first movie we see on opening weekend in 3D ever.
3D, yeah. Because, again, not a big 3D fan, but apparently this is the way to do it.
Right?
So the last one comes from Jordan Zakarin, who writes, "Just saw the final cut of Ang Lee's Gemini Man, and it's probably the only movie I'd ever say absolutely must be seen in 3D and 4K if possible. I've never seen anything like it. I felt like I was inside the movie."
Okay, well, that does it. That does it right there. Every single one mentioned that we had to see it in 3D.
These people just don't like 3D like us, but they're like, you got to go see it. It's got to be because of the 120 frames per second. I can't wait to see this movie, if for no other reason than just the special effects.
Okay, so when are we going to get our tickets?
Well, the movie comes out October 11th.
Yeah.
Tickets are not yet on sale. If you don't know what it is, this is the one with the de-aged Will Smith.
Yes.
He looks like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right? They did such an amazing job.
It's incredible how good young Will Smith looks.
I know.
Side by side with old Will Smith. The side by side is crazy.
Oh my god.
It's definitely going to be the best de-aging technology we've ever seen.
I know. I can't wait.
Very excited.
So crazy, man.
So long story short, Will Smith is an assassin. They take his DNA, they clone him. So you got a younger clone of Will Smith who his mission is to go kill the older Will Smith.
Oh my gosh.
So the two link up, they obviously become buddies, and they go off and kick some serious ass. So I guess see it in 3D.
Right?
So guys, are you excited about Gemini Man? We certainly are, and let us know in the comment section. Do you like 3D, and will you maybe give 3D a shot for Gemini Man?
I am. I'm sold. Every single Twitter reaction you just said see it in 3D.
Yeah, even people that hated 3D.
Yeah. I'm done.
I'm in. I think I'm going to go to see it in IMAX, 3D, 120 frames per second. It's going to be awesome.
All of those things.
So, guys, the next big story of the week. NBC is launching their very own streaming service in 2020. They got a lot of original content, none more awesome than the Saved by the Bell new sequel series that's coming out.
Can we believe that?